Hi guys, Attack Line is back. I've recovered from my pneumonia and Dizzy's done his 16 kilos worth of uni homework. We've got a massive show planned for you today. Let's get straight into it.
So this week guys, we've brought back your favourite segment, the meter ball. We've also got your regular segments, Wombat's Burrow, Chad's Mailbag and the Rumour Mill. We're going to have a review of the last 2 weeks of games and also a preview of round 8. Yeah,
we've also got a big mid-season report card that we've been talking up on Facebook where Dizzy and I go back to school, give each team a grade out of F to A I suppose, and we're also introducing the Australian Volleyball Players Association. This is Attack Line. So we've got 2 weeks of results to catch up on. Dizzy, what happened in round 6?
Well, round 6 we saw the league men. South defeated Henley 3-1, Norwood defeated Mount Lofty 3-1 and Lyon defeated Austral 3-2. And in the women, South defeated Henley 3-1, Lyon defeated Austral 3-1 and Mount Lofty defeated Norwood 3-0.
Yeah, in round 7 there were some pretty interesting results also. In the men's, Austral defeated Henley 3-2, big upset win there. Mount Lofty defeated South 3-1, Norwood defeated Lyon 3-2, and in the women, Austral defeated Henley 3-0, Lyon defeated Norwood 3-0, and Mount Lofty got home in a close one. First scare of the year, beat South 3-2. Welcome to the Rumour Mill, guys. Dizzy, you've got a big one today.
Well, I saw this on Facebook, Chad. AVF CEO Joan Perry has officially resigned. So that leaves the vacancy open.
Yeah.
A guy called Bubs Fahor.
Interesting name.
Interesting name. He has put his hand up. He is passionate about the sport, so he's going to probably run for that role. AVF, don't be a bad sport. Bubs for CEO, in my opinion. He's a very passionate guy, and I can see indoor and beach improving out of sight with him under the reins there. Yeah,
that's the sort of people we need in the sport, very passionate people about the game. We'll obviously take it onwards and upwards, which is what we want.
So what we're going to do, guys, is take you through a quick preview of the round 8 matches this weekend. Chad, how are the men looking?
Yeah, big match coming up on Friday night, Norwood versus South Adelaide. Now, this weekend we'll see Norwood's 25th year anniversary in State League Volleyball. But the question that's going to be asked, can Josh Hickson stop this party? I'm thinking he can. Norwood want to come away with the bickies, they're not going to get it. South in an upset win.
It's a big call. The next game on Saturday is Lyon versus Henley, the joust game of the week. We've got the top 2 teams coming head to head here. The biggest news of the week is have Henley fix their sign. After last week, Sam McEwen actually had one of his first rages of the year, demolished their sign. I think it's a sign of things to come. Lyon 3-0.
That's also a very big call. In our final match we'll see Austral versus Mount Lofty. Now Austral have hit some form of late. They've won their last 2 games, 3 games including the state under-19 side, took it to them. I think, are they contenders or pretenders? I don't know. I think they're pretending at the moment, so Mount Lofty get the goods in this one. So we've also got some big games coming out of the women's division. Dizzy, tell us what's happening.
Well, the first one is on Friday night, Norwood versus South. Norwood again celebrating their 25th anniversary. They've improved out of sight this year. Andy Hunter seems to be the king of coaches in this arena. I'm tipping Norwood in 3.
Big call. Now the next match is Henley versus USC Lyon. Lyon get a strong recruit here. Jen Sadler's going to add to their already potent blocking lineup. Henley, they're struggling for a bit of form. I think they might get an upset win. I'm tipping Henley in an upset.
Now Austral and Mount Lofty is the final game of the weekend. Superstar recruit Hannah Ross has come back from overseas. She's going to add to that lineup and it's going to be pretty unstoppable. I'm tipping Mount Lofty pretty emphatically in 3.
I'm so high, so high, so high.
So as you can see, guys, by appearance, Dizzy and I have gone back to school for our infamous Attack Line mid-season report. Now we're going to be filling out a report card focusing on all the clubs in the State League. Now we're going to be looking at art, drama, physics, chemistry and cooking. Dizzy, what does this all mean?
Well, art is how the team looks on the court.
Drama are team members playing their role within that team.
Physics is the efficiency of said team.
Chemistry, has anything been introduced or removed to unsettle the balance of the team?
And cooking, does this team have the ingredients to win this year's championship?
Let's get straight into it.
So the first team we're going to look at is the Austral League men. The first category is art.
Now, they look good. They've been working on their flat sets, which we've spoken about in previous episodes. They're also, for the first time in about 10 to 15 years, are off the bottom of the ladder. Also, Fraser still needs a haircut. For looks, I've given them a B.
Drama. It seems they're a bit arrogant this early in the season. There's a long way to go. I'm giving them a C.
Now, the next one is physics. Now, when the ball is there, they are able to put balls away. They're sticking to the game plan. People have always been passing really well to their setters. They're being quite efficient in their game plan. I've given them also a B.
Chemistry. They've got pretty much the same team as last year. That's why they've improved so much. They're really gelling as a unit. They are lacking a second middlium. I'm giving them a C.
Now, cooking. This one is, are they successful? Do they have the ingredients for a championship? The lack of the second middle is showing their lack of depth around the edges, which could be detrimental as the season winds up. I've given them a C. The next team that we're going to be reporting on is South Adelaide League men. Dizzy, Art.
Art. Well, they look simply gorgeous when they're on, but when they're off, they look worse than Wombat's dreadlocks. Just horrible. I'm giving them a C.
Drama. The return of Chris Gosling, the setter, has allowed other players, he's aided other players to perform their roles. I'm giving them a B+ in this.
Physics. With their new recruit, Elliot King, they have a really good blend of youth and experience. I'm giving them a B.
Chemistry. They're quite erratic from week to week. I'd say they're missing a few protons in this, so I'm giving them a C.
And cooking. On paper, they've got all the right ingredients, but volleyball is a very mental game. I'm giving them a C. So the next team on the report card is the Norwood League men. Chad, how are they going in Art?
Well, they're arguably the tallest team in State League volleyball. They also play a very aggressive, quick form of volleyball, which is very easy on the eye, B+.
Well, in drama, they've seemingly lost all their confidence after winning last year's premiership and actually fell to the bottom of the table for a few weeks. I'm giving them a D.
Physics, they haven't been very efficient at all this year. Their matches have been dragged out. Their game plan is very erratic from week to week, which has been their downfall. I'm giving them a C.
Now, chemistry, they're obviously losing their main element in Harry Peacockingham. He's playing in the Australian men's team at the moment and doing quite well, but they have to establish a good setter for the rest of the season.
Cooking, they have all the ingredients there. It's just a matter of when they want to use them. A. So we're going to be having a look at 3 of the women's teams. Dizzy, Henley Hawks.
Well, the first category is Art. They have a lot of new players this year. They've got a new setter in Maddie Wakefield from USC, but they haven't really thrown any paint on the canvas yet. They're yet to win a game. I'm giving them a D.
Now, drama. Shakespeare asked a very infamous question, to win or not to win. Henley answered no, they haven't won a game yet. I'm giving them an F.
And physics. They are actually being very efficient for all the wrong reasons. They have lost most of their matches in 3 or 4 sets. I'm giving them a C.
Chemistry. Now, the new arrivals here should add a bit of stability to their team. It's just a matter of time till they bond. I'm giving them a B+ for this one.
And cooking. They seem to have all the right ingredients. They just need to bring the heat. I'm giving them a B. So the next team we've got is the Mount Lofty League women, Chad.
Now, the first category here is Art. Now, Coach Jason Potts has got a beautiful canvas to work with, and he's thrown the paint on quite emphatically. I'm giving them an A.
And in drama, they have had a few players out over the last few weeks, but they seem to be getting over the line pretty emphatically. Even against South, winning in 5, I'm giving them an A.
Now, physics, they've been quite efficient this year. Most of their wins have actually been 3 zips, so they've been very efficient, more efficient than a Toyota Prius. I'm giving them an A.
And in chemistry, Hannah Ross has been out for most of the season so far, but it's renowned that they have found a new international element there and they are going to improve out of sight. I'm giving them an A.
Now, cooking, the oven is set to 180, all the ingredients prepared and ready. It's just a matter of time. A. So the third and final team, Dizzy, here is USC Lion.
Now, in the Art category, they are looking very good, but it seems they haven't got enough paint to finish off the canvas in the middle. I think this will improve as the season progresses. I'm giving them a B.
Yeah, drama. There's been a lot of depth and a lot of young players added to this mix. They're all playing their roles, I believe, in the games I've watched. I'm giving them an A.
And in physics, apart from a devastating loss to Mount Lofty in 3, I think they've got the goods this season. I'm giving them a B.
Now, chemistry. Luca, the coach, has stepped down and left a bit of a leadership gap that needs to be filled. The effects of Luconium can still be felt on the sideline. She coaches this young team and they've got upwards and onwards to go. I'm giving them a B.
And cooking, the ingredients are there, the oven is warming up, we're just waiting for a bit of spice. I'm giving them a B. So that wraps up the report cards for this week, guys. Next week we're going to have the rest of the teams, but for now we're going to leave you with our All-Star 7 for a mid-season review.
for the women, of course. Now, in position 1, Mount Lofty superstar Anna Maycock. She's been unstoppable this year.
In position 2, as a passer hitter, Olivia Orchard from USC Lion.
Once again from Mount Lofty, Heike Jensen, playing in 3. She's been fantastic this year.
And playing in 4, Belinda Huff from Mount Lofty.
Yeah, one of our favourite family members here, Emma McEwen in 5. She's been great this year.
And in 6, the other middle, Vicky Wright from South Adelaide.
And our favourite UniSA player, Sarah Nur, will be the Libero. So that's our All-Star 7. Feel free to comment.
Welcome to Chad's Mailbag. We've had a letter written in from one of our viewers asking about the Team Australia in the men.
Now, the letter here writes that they watched an early episode, I think it was episode 3 or 4 or something like that, the rumour mill, if there was Australia players did not qualify for the Olympics, they'll be coming back to State League. But there is also, what is the likelihood of the Australian team qualifying for the Olympics? And currently they're travelling quite alright. They took it to Poland when they played them. They took it to the Asian champs, Iran, in a scrimmage match, I think it was 2 or 3 days ago, which went 17-15 in the 5th. So I think there's a lot of potential for the Australian boys to make the Olympics.
Yeah, so upcoming, they've got their qualifier event coming up now, so we wish them all the best.
Welcome to Wombats Burrow.
Now, there has been a new association formed overnight, the Australian Volleyball Players Association. This association is to cater for all players from professional to social in Australia, look after their needs and hopefully get some sponsors on board.
Absolutely. Have a look at the Facebook page, guys. We've got it attached at the bottom of this video.
More news to come next week. Bob Marley had dreadlocks like you, but he could also play the guitar. What's your secret talent?
I can watch Bob Marley play the guitar really well.
Why do people call you Wombat, and is it hard setting with paws?
It is. There's photos to prove it is, and it's because I look like a wombat.
Henley has offered players thousands of dollars to come and play for their club. Do you only offer back rubs at South?
Yeah, but they're worth thousands of dollars, so it's alright.
When a new player comes to South, do you introduce yourself as future president?
No, most of them just assume I'm going to be future president already.
South Adelaide Panthers already have a koala, a monkey and a wombat. Who is the next animal to add to your jungle?
I think we need a snake.
Did Daniel 2.5 Dempsey move to South to guarantee him a biennial trip to his second home in Darwin for Arafura Games?
I think most people want to move to South to go to Darwin every second year.
It is rumoured that you ordered new uniforms for 2012 over 6 years ago. Is this delay purely because they cannot find a size small enough for Billsy?
They have had to go back to the warehouse and make a smaller top, so speak to Shane from Joust about that.
You're the president of the UniSA Volleyball Club and forgot to book accommodation for uni games in Adelaide this year. Chad and I are staying at Red Square with Uberjacked. Where will the rest of the team be staying?
I thought you'd arrange for the whole team. You haven't?
Who would you hit a meatball at?
Paddy Rogers, George Sainsbury, Tom West, Fraser Smith, Simon Phillips, Andrew...
So that wraps up another episode of Attack Line.
Make sure you tune in next week for the rest of the report cards and the Mail All-Star 7 for the mid-season review. We're going to leave you with Ben Lever's YouTube clip of the week. See you next time on Attack Line.